One of them was essentially, what are police doing to tackle trust issues and to be better reflective of the community they serve? In my What's Working segment tonight, I want to show you a high school program that addresses that very concern. Watch.
I'm from Oak Park. My entire family's from Oak Park, and so I come from a family that's, not the perfect family, and has gotten into quite a bit of trouble with law enforcement. So coming to a criminal justice program, I already had a negative view of law enforcement. By the time I was 13, I had already been on probation and in juvenile hall.
Yes, growing up, Jessica Fielding was a self-proclaimed troublemaker.
Oh, 100% a troublemaker.
How proud, what a proud mom. But she says all of that changed when she joined the Sacramento Police Department Magnet Academy here at Hiram Johnson High School.
This is me as well. Yeah, I think it had something to do with the fact that, most of my teachers were Caucasian and they weren't Hispanic or African American or anything like that. So coming into a classroom where I saw somebody that looked like the neighborhood I went home to and that talked like the neighborhood I went to and was an officer just completely broke any gap between me and Officer Davis.
Academy, attention. Academy, what is the greeting of the day? Good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir.
Have a seat. Very good.
Indeed, Officer Samuel Davis Jr. is right at home with these teens. He was recently honored at Rayleigh Field as he prepares to retire from the police department.
He's an incredible role model and mentor and really a father into my life. And so he helped me get my first job. I worked for SAC PD throughout college for 5 years. He helped me get into college.
I think seeing the text messages, I just bought my first car, I just bought my first home, those type of things, I'm smiling from ear to ear for months at a time because I know that I had a little bit to do with that. And so, Jessica is my goal for every student.
The program is helping to shape the lives of more than 400 cadets spread across 4 area high schools.
They have the one at Hiram here, then they have Kennedy, McClatchy, and Grant. You're constantly wondering about what they think about law enforcement. And then when they come in as freshmen, they kind of give you that look like we don't really trust, we don't really understand how to trust you. And then as time moves on in the semester, you start to see things change because they get to know you as a person.
Jessica and Officer Davis agree the academy is working in helping to improve the relationship with police and the community they serve.
Seeing them in an atmosphere at school where they're not arresting and when they're not having to enforce the law, but they're here more for a pro-social reason, completely bridges that gap with students and law enforcement.
That's why Officer Davis is planning to come back to the classroom full time.
And try to continue to recreate Jessica and recreate that situation. And there's some that have become correctional officers and some have become police officers. But this is real. And the Sacramento Police Department makes this real because they back every single thing that we want to do in these programs.
And Jessica is now working with law enforcement and their outreach program for young people. And so if you'd like us to share a story with me to highlight on what's working in your community, head to our website, avc10.com.